most of you may know that the last couple of weeks we've been avoiding the rain, which has been funny because you said it to me. Today it's time to avoid the rain again, which sucks. We'll talk about that later. But yes, today we're doing things a little bit differently. We're actually going to bad weather. So usually I would not be doing this. But if you look out the window, Andre, I'm gonna open your window, all right, so you can see, so you guys can see, right? And you see, first, Funchal looks pretty epic, right? With this kind of weather, it does look awesome. But Andre, I want you to zoom in over there. Can you see there by the, that's it, right in there, okay? That's where we're going. You can see it's all white, like even more, I don't know if you can zoom in even more, no? All right, but just behind those houses there, all right, that's where we're going. We're going to a place called Eira do Cerrado in Nans Valley. The reason we're going there is because I think it was either 2 or 3 days ago, I'll have to check because I've been crazy busy, but 2 or 3 days ago, 3 people got lost in the mountains of Nans Valley, which I don't know much about. We're gonna check if we can find some articles and talk about it, because today we're talking about how safe Madeira is. People got lost up there, and if it was today, all right, even though I've got it wrong once again, I'm wearing shorts. If it was today, those guys would be wet, cold. They could even have gotten hypothermia. Today we're going to talk about that. We're going to go into the rain. We don't have a lot of time, so we're going another one of those videos, but should be fun. And I'll have something for you guys, a little bonus for you guys. So it's not just, because you know I don't like talking about bad stuff, right? I'm an optimist, all right? So we're going to be having a good time and maybe pointing out some things regarding how safe is Madeira and how can you make sure that you're safe when you're in Madeira. So yeah, let's do it. Andre, we're gonna have a ginginha for our efforts. But let's, it's not too bad here. Let's go and have a little look around. Yeah. Show you what we're talking about. Again, I wouldn't usually do this because today there's actually better weather out there. So there's nicer places to go to, but I want to prove a point. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, so I just bumped into some guides who were actually here that were going to do some canyoning in Nans Valley, and they've cancelled and going home because it's not safe, right? So yeah, of course, you know, we like to take precautions. And yeah, we were talking about this couple, and I needed to find out a few things because I wasn't 100% sure, but I was quite certain that the trails from these mountains are all closed. So the people who were there who got lost were on closed trails. We did a video a couple of months ago already about the ultimate hiking guide from Pico Goivo, basically from Pico Goivo west all the way to Encomiada. Everything is closed. All the trails are closed. And these guys were up there, and I'm pretty sure that there's signs, and we're gonna look for these signs, and we're gonna talk about these signs as well. But first, we're gonna have some coffee. So I hope this video is not too much of a drag, right? Because I don't usually like talking about these crappy topics. When you're in Nans Valley, you have to have one of these, okay? This is the ginger, what we call ginger, the cherry liqueur. And they grow lots of cherries here and make the best cherry liqueur ginger in Nans Valley at our secret place. This place is secret. Maybe some of you will know it is, but I like it. It's a little secret weapon of ours. Cheers, guys. Ooh, fantastic. So it seems some people went canyoning today. I think maybe there's higher risk tolerance to some people. This is super gorgeous, but not safe up there for sure. So, you know, these parts have been closed because of the fires. Now, again, things that I don't usually like to speak about, but you'll actually be able to tell here that there's a lot of burnt land, right? There was massive fires in these mountains. It was in August. And yeah, now it started raining a little bit more. Basically, what happened was that, you know, the ground became very unstable. So they just closed all the trails, especially going into the, you know, the rainy season, because you can get landslides. And yeah, you know, it's not safe. So what I'm trying to find out is if there is any kind of signage that says the trails are closed. So we're going to see that right now. There it is, trail closed. All right, if these guys came from down here, they would have seen that sign and ignored it. All right, and check how it's raining up here. This goes up, I mean, it goes all the way up to Pico Goivo, right? So I've done this trail before. It's a beautiful hike, like I say. There's a couple of different connections that you can do. You can go to Boaventura, you can go to São Jorge and Arco de São Jorge, you can go to Pico Grande, you can go to Pico Goivo, you can go to Jardim da Serra. There's so many trails that you can do. You can go to Encomiada, but they are all closed, all right? So we should not have people up there at all. And unfortunately, imagine if these guys were up there with this weather. It's very wet, there's a lot of water, there could be landslides. And if they're stuck up there with a, you know what a lot of people use these coordinates and GPX, the GPX coordinates and stuff, they'd be lost for a long time. And yeah, it's closed. So don't do closed trails. So first tip on how to be safe in Madeira is to drive cautiously, all right? I like saying that it takes 2 bad drivers to cause an accident, all right? And okay, you know, touch wood that nothing's gonna happen, but you have to drive cautiously. Check out this guy, he's over here, he's stopping here, he's waiting. Thank you very much, sir. You gotta drive slowly when you're passing people. You have to be an empathetic, sympathetic, and cautious driver. What one of my friends said a while back, prudent. This is a place called Eira do Cerrado. This is where a lot of tourists come to have a look at the views of Nans Valley, and these guys just walked in front of my car without even looking. We're talking about safety. I tried this the other day on a tour, and I can't remember what it tastes like. Today we're gonna try maracujá. Well, I'm gonna try maracujá pastel nata. I'm on that mission of flavored natas. We gotta find a great flavored natas. Yes, I think this could work. Huh? For a 1-year-old, eh? We're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. For the parents watching, I'm sorry, all right? I've got like 3 hours to do a video, to get some shopping done. It's not for my kid. My kid is 4 months today, so I'm quite happy as well. But we've got a birthday party after this. It is Saturday and we're working. Some of you might know, since I've been back from the United States, I've had this thing about flavored natas, right? So we've tried a couple. Everywhere that I see a flavored nata, I'm trying it. So we're gonna try this one, maracujá. And of course, Joey Bats in New York made the most epic maracujá nata. So it's going to be tough to beat, but of 0 to Joey Bats, we'll say maybe like 7.5. It's not bad at all. I'm not saying it, like, this is really good. So ChatGPT broke it down into a couple of things. It said overall safety in Madeira is widely regarded as a safe destination for travelers, including solo female tourists, low crime rates, lower than mainland Portugal, which is a good, from what we can understand here, a good 7% lower than mainland Portugal. It's hard to define. I don't think Lisbon is a particularly safe place these days, although, you know, it could be, I don't know. It's a lot safer than, you know, Johannesburg, right? Or Venezuela, or places in Brazil or Colombia, I don't know, I think. Road safety, driving in Madeira can be challenging due to the mountainous terrain, narrow winding roads, steep roads, in the rain, we know these things. And yeah, it said between January and September of 2024, there were 2,838 traffic accidents. So that's 3,000 accidents in 9 months, right? So that's about 1,000 every 3 months, about 300 a month, almost 10 a day. 10 a day, 10 accidents a day. Do you think it's that much, Andre? I mean, I would say it's less than that.
Well, during the Arraial season.
Yeah, maybe, during the summer season. But okay, they said that this resulted in 891 injuries and 9 fatalities. So 1 person a month died, unfortunately, on the road. Some of you may know that I've just come out of like a long period of work. If you watched the last video, you would have known the 2 weeks of work. And I actually arrived at Pico do Arieiro maybe 30 minutes or 45 minutes after the young man had fell off, or had fallen off, should we say. And this young man fell off Pico do Arieiro. Unfortunately, it was a fatal accident. They had closed off the trail for the whole day to go and get him, all right? He was off outside of the trail, right? In a precarious spot, taking a selfie. So it was like 100% cliche kind of thing of people trying to take a selfie in very strange places. And unfortunately, he didn't make it. So again, I don't like talking about these things, but this is the thing. You have to accept, people have to, you know, accept the rules and accept, you know, that they shouldn't be off the path. And I think that Madeira is also, I think one of the biggest problems is that Madeira is seen as such a safe place that people take that safety for granted. So I've had to be rescued from the mountain before, ironically, from those trails up there. I was doing the trail from Pico Ruivo to Encomiada, which is one of my favorite trails. It's long, it's hardcore, and it's closed. Long story short, I had to hike 9 hours with a dislocated shoulder to the ambulance down in Nuns Valley to get me to the hospital to pop it back in, which really sucked. But I gained a certain respect for the mountain after that. And I remember when I was up there and my shoulder was off, the horrible feeling I had knowing how long I had to go to get there. I was just like, I was even a little bit anxious because I was like, how am I gonna like, you know, psychologically make this trip kind of thing, you know? I've had the unfortunate circumstance of dislocating my shoulder in the ocean with big waves and in the forest in the mountains. And both times I thought I was in serious trouble and I didn't want to, you know, I just wanted it to be over. So trust me, you guys don't want to be in this situation. Nowadays we've got helicopter rescue and people went out to rescue these guys. In fact, one forest ranger landed up in hospital because of this person's stupidity and not, I don't want to say stupidity, but recklessness, right? The hiking, you know, people have to be very careful with hiking. And like I said, I think Madeira is sometimes labeled as too safe, you know. People need to make sure that it's not safe in the mountains, so that when you're up there that you are vigilant. When you're in a rough neighborhood, you're vigilant and you're looking around and you make sure that you're not showing any gold or, you know, in any like your phone's flashing, and you're not doing that in a rough neighborhood, right? But when you're in the mountains in Madeira, you should be in the same kind of state of mind, knowing that you're watching every step. Also, levadas for kids are not safe. I was having this discussion with a client of mine as well, just last week, who's a doctor who's out here, and we were hiking, and you know, the topic of my daughter came up, and they said, well, your daughter's going to be in the levadas soon and things like that. And I was like, no, she won't be, all right? She's going to be in the levadas, hiking the levadas when she's older, all right, much older, because I don't think it's safe. There's big drops, any kind of little slip, anything, you know, and you're in big trouble. People hiking with kids on their backs, you know, like, and this is me, I don't like criticizing again, especially on video, but people hiking with little toddlers and kids on their shoulders through the mountains of Madeira, I don't particularly think that's a great idea. I think that that's parents being maybe a little bit selfish, saying, oh, I want to go hiking, so I have to take my kid with me. Any little slip, fall or whatever, and that kid is, you know, in trouble. The water is another one, you know, there's big, you know, big waves and things like that, and people have, you know, unfortunately died trying to get photos of these waves or swimming in waters that are not in pristine conditions. And in some places, they've actually had to close off beaches and, you know, make it paid so they could have lifeguards there to make it safer and to keep an eye on the people, right? So yes, we have to keep an eye on people, but it's not our job to keep an eye on people. So, you know, you have to keep an eye. The thing that annoys the locals the most is when people are going off the paths, ignoring the signs, all right? So when there's signs, and even if the sign says danger, rockfall ahead, right? It still means do not pass, right? Okay. It could be, you could say, well, it didn't say that it, you know, it passed. I had a little tiff with somebody online who put up a video of a place that I had a friend who had a loved one passed away in, all right? The person who passed away there was already a teenager, actually a young man, should I say. He was in the military, was in top form, right? And this person passed away there because he couldn't handle it, right? So if that person couldn't handle it, you know, what is somebody who's not used to this landscape, who's maybe not in the fittest and best condition going to do, right? Somebody put this video out online and I said to them, I was like, this is not safe. You shouldn't be promoting this behavior because if someone else went there, then it's your fault. Do you want that kind of weight on your shoulders? And unfortunately, didn't really, you know, the person was like, no, I'm sorry. The sign said danger of falling rocks, didn't say do not enter, which, you know, technically maybe he's correct. But at the end of the day, we know that means closed and you shouldn't be there because you're on vacation, right? It's not, you're not here to try and explore some kind of, you know, I don't know. If you want to challenge, go and climb Mount Kilimanjaro, you know, go and climb Mount Fiji and pay the 27 euros to go and climb Mount Fiji. But don't come here looking for a thrill. People are not going to like it. And yeah, that's it. On that bombshell, I think that's really all we're going to say because, you know, there's not much more I can say in this video. It's like there's so much information online. When you're going hiking, you know, there's the hiking videos that we've made about where to check. Make sure that you're not on a closed path. Make sure that you've got everything, that you're prepared for the worst kind of thing, that you've got waterproofs, you've got first aid kits. And the best, of course, best thing you can do is go with a guide because then you know the guide is going to look after you. He's going to make a call to say this is not safe. We're going to do something else, or that he's going to be prepared with all the relative gear needed if something goes wrong and knows who to call and how to speak and everything like that. So I think that's it, right? I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, I'm sorry, right? We're out on time and hopefully we're going to have some better things coming for you guys in next week's video. But for now, that's it. Andre, let's enjoy these and
let's hit the road.
Let's hit the road.
Okay, so how good is this?
I think it's good. Trust me, you're going to like it. It's a little bit soft. I would have liked it if it was a little bit like toasty, you know? A little bit toasty. But it could be the weather, it could be the cold and the humidity, maybe on the way here, you know? It could be. So, I'm sorry guys, you know, I'm friends with these guys, right? We work together. And I'm not here to bring them down. I love this place. I'm here a lot. You got usually a great view of Nuns Valley. Today it's a little bit clouded. So again, lots of rain. But where we're going later, right, it's sun. So cheers to that.
Cheers.